Hey y'all, welcome back. We have a few crafts today, so let's get started. This section here I started while the power was actually out at our house over the weekend. So as you see, I just drew a shape here, and I'm using just a pair of scissors to cut it out to give myself a little slight pattern to work with. And when you see it, it looks like a candy corn shape. So just trimming it up there, and we'll get going here. So I have a little bit of drop cloth here. This is just Walmart drop cloth that I have pre-washed, and I've been using pieces of it over the years. I think I picked this up for, I know it was less than $10. I don't know what it costs now because I have not had to buy one for a long time. I've made several pillows out of this. I've been really happy with how it has worked out. Now it does fray unless you would want to put like stop fray on it, you know, that glue kind of sorts that you can get. But I like that effect with this. When you're using drop cloth, you kind of, most of the time, have a thought of wanting to keep something a little rustic. So just going around here now with the fabric scissors, as we joke about, to cut it out and getting it ready here. So I actually end up cutting two of these, and you'll see that in the images and the final results. But I'm gonna just get them all lined out here, and I'm gonna etch me a line here across. You could go a couple different ways on this. You could either choose to, let this just kind of, the colors bleed into each other, kind of like candy corn does. Or you could have that line. I thought it kind of added to the rusticness of it that I was going for. So I'm just drawing a line across here. And you can see some things in the air there. So I was completely without power at this point while I was shooting this part of this video here. And so you'll see, it's funny how you don't realize the little things that are either, I don't know if it's an ad or just things that are floating in the air that the camera is picking up on here. So if you see a few things here and there. So here I had added a few more lanterns and lights to the situation. And I don't know what happened to the footage there on the yellow section, but you'll see I have some water in those little medicine cups, and I'm just using apple barrel paints, and I mixed it with some water to help it kind of flow a little better on the fabric. And it also adds to the effect where one color will kind of bleed into the other a little bit, so it's really helpful on that, and really gave me a nice effect that I was hoping for. So I'm just going to get these painted up here, and I'll spare you a little bit of the having to watch what happened there, but here in a minute. But as you can see, I'm going to coat those really good. So, and then we'll move on to the white using that famous cream coat, or dream coat as I call it. But I mixed it with a little bit of water as well. And I don't get overly fussy with painting this or trying to make sure it's perfectly consistent, because it would have driven me crazy trying to get paint on this like that. So I just wet it. I didn't end up wetting the fabric down. You could do that, and I don't know, you might end up with even more of a tie-dye effect. But here I am just coating that very tip of the candy corn. So, and then I hung these up to just let them dry. And that took a little bit, like I said, because we didn't have power, but you can see I'm getting that little bit of bleed through effect there. And so by then our power had come back on this night, and it was very nice. So it's kind of late, but I decided I wanted to go ahead and get this knocked out. Either that was that night or it was the next day. I can't recall exactly, and I'm sorry for that. But anyway, I used the hot glue gun here to just attach the edges around. And so you'll see I am just going around there, and I'm going to leave myself an opening at the bottom. Now you can get, there's fabric glue gun sticks. You can get those. You could also sew this. I thought about doing that, but when I started this project, I wanted to do something crafty, just get my mind off of not having power. It was all because of the hurricane situation. The storm that had rolled through here also affected us that way. So definitely keeping all those that are affected by the hurricane in my thoughts and prayers, and just anything that we can do to help them. So this is a pillow from Kohl's. So if you ever have $5 of Kohl's cash or something, you don't know what to do with it, grab yourself a pillow. You will put that to use 150 ways. So I'm just taking a little bit of it, and I have used these over the years. And when it's empty, I actually pulled it out and put it in the bag, because it's so much cheaper to use these than the stuffing. So you can get these pillows on sale, and it's just I think a standard pillow. I don't think it's queen size, but anyway. You can even use the fabric that the pillow is made out of, so it's no waste whatsoever. It's very handy, and I really like it, actually better than getting stuffing or whatever you want to call it from Walmart. It's been so much handier. So it's really nice and fluffy that way too. So I guess it's not been overly compressed because it's meant to be fluffy for a pillow. And so that's a nice thing. You have that effect there. So I'm just going to get a good amount in there, and then I will close that up. And so I'm just lining up things there, make sure it's going to work out. And then putting a decent amount of glue there, and I'm going to hold it down and let it cool, because now it has a little bit of pressure against those seams. So, and then just fluffing it back out to fill up everything, and finding out if I have a hole anywhere. So I'm going to fill that, and then fraying the edges, mainly first of all to make sure any loose edges, if it were sitting on a couch or anything like that, that it's not going to shed a bunch on someone's furniture or anything. So I'll trim those off, but then I want to go ahead and have it have a little bit of rusticness there. So I'll get those ready there. And that glue gun has been around a long time, and I had to pick things off of it there. So but there you can see the final result. So really happy with how those turned out. And you could make these bigger if you wanted. They could be accent pillows on the porch or something like that. You could spray them with a like Scotch Guard or something. So now we're on to the next craft here. So I got a paper towel holder from the Dollar Tree to make myself a stand. And then I got one of those hanging ghosts. They had these, I think they had them with green and purple bows, if I remember right. So here I'm just trying to figure out what exactly I'm going to do. So I decided I'm going to cut the legs off. Now I want to use the legs. I've actually seen a spin on these, and I didn't see anybody using the legs, but I thought I want to. So I'm going to attach them. And of course, it being a Dollar Tree, I couldn't have that seam because then both feet would be headed the same direction. And I kind of wanted them to be poking out to the side. So here I'm just getting it lined up as to where I think that needs to line with the little legs. And then getting them attached. It was attached underneath there with the styrofoam. And I just pulled it back. It had been glued there, that little sheet material, whatever that is, nylon or something. So I just pulled it back to where I could get more of a connection with the paper towel holder. So I'm going to hold it there. It is styrofoam, so it's going to melt it just a little bit. But once it's there, I will go ahead and give it a little bit more glue here. So I wanted it to kind of cool just slightly, and then be able to press it down like I wanted it to lay. So I took a couple different tries at this because at first I wasn't sure how far to get the stand up in there. So I kind of popped it loose and then went again at it. So but really happy. I mean, this is just something you can do in 5 minutes. So I thought I wanted my little curly ghost here to have a little bit more of a flair. So these are some little miniature sunflowers that I had picked up. They said sunflowers, black-eyed Susans, I'm not sure, but anyway, I just snipped the back off of it there. I had picked those up on Temu, and really happy with them, honestly. There were a lot in the package for just a few bucks, and I've started putting them, I'm going to put them on everything, I think. So, but there's our little ghosty gal, and I set her up. She's actually sitting in front of the TV now, on the little side stand there in front of it. But the little gnome I painted a couple years ago, or last year. And then now our next little thing, we're going to get out some model magic. So we haven't used a Cricut for any of these crafts today, so you don't have to have any fancy tools or anything, but I've got a styrofoam ball there from Dollar Tree, and then just a scrap dowel that I had, and I'm just making myself a stand here, and basically giving a place for my Model Magic to dry. So if you've never used Model Magic, it's really awesome. It's an air dry clay, and it's safe for kids and things too. Now, read the instructions on it. But I'm sure you wouldn't want to eat any of that. But I'm just going to get a decent amount of it out, and I'm going to use my parchment paper here and just kind of roll it out. I was being lazy and didn't want to empty my little blocks out of my jar that's on my shelf here in front of me, but I ended up having to just go with it. So I'm rolling it out. Also didn't want to get my rolling pin out because I didn't want to use it on something that was not food. So I probably ought to get a Crafty and rolling pin. I may do that someday, but so kind of want a rounded object a little bit, or oval, something that has like some natural curves on the edge for it. And I decided it needed a little bit more. It was a little thin in one area, so I'm just going to roll that into it and get it like I want. So we've actually already made another one of these at our house here, so they are really fun and something you could do with the kids. And so what I'm doing there is just seeing if it'll reach all the way down, and no big deal if it doesn't really. We did something else where we took just a little pill bottle and a ping pong ball and set the ping pong ball up on top of it, and it made a shorter ghost. And then we just took the pill bottle after it had dried. We took the pill bottle out from under it, and it's super cute. So I need a whole group of these little ghosts, so I've decided. So I need them for my work desk and and all. So and then I'm taking a piece of dowel, another piece of that scrap dowel there, and I just impressed in the eyes. I wasn't able to cut it out there, but using a straw and a different one on the ping pong ball, we were able to do that. So here, it has dried now overnight, and I'm going to give it a little bit of definition in those little eyes there. So I'm just using a small paintbrush and a little apple barrel black paint, and I'm going to paint into those indentations there. Sorry, I'm a little bit under the weather there. So if you're liking any of these crafts, please give a thumbs up. I'd love it if you'd subscribe and stick around and come back for more videos, and leave me a comment down there. If you enjoy the video, leave me a comment of a pumpkin emoji if you would, or tell me what your favorite craft was that we did today here on this video. I'd love to hear that you're trying them out or that you're doing some of these. So now, if you don't want to craft your own ghost, I have a friend that I saw, she had some, and she had picked up, they were actually fabric, so they're not stiff, but she had picked up a couple at Walmart. So she said they're just like $1 or $2. So if you just need them and you don't want to craft them, so you can see it kind of cracked a little bit there, but I don't mind it at all. I'm really happy with my ghost. So there it is. Enjoy it. I thought about making little hands pushed together and holding a little pumpkin. So there's so much you can do here. So But I really do appreciate you watching and spending your time with me. So, like I said, if you liked it, please give a thumbs up. If you'd subscribe, that'd be great. I would really love it if you would. Helps my channel grow. So, hope you have a great day. Thanks.